Well, hello and welcome to Minchinbury Oval for round 10 in the Women's Premier League. Match of the round, it is Minchinbury Jets taking on the Holyrod Rangers. Both sides with a great opportunity here to finally pick up some form as we head into the tail end of the season. Holyrod currently sitting in 5th, Minchinbury in 8th. Bo Clements with you here this afternoon. Now let's have a look at how both sides will take to the field. The visiting Holyrod Rangers. Number 7, Elika Halim. Number 8, Sarah Bernard. Number 9, Rebecca Horgan. 10, Dion King. 11, Angela Gardner. 15, Amelia Meisel. 16, Tricia Kalako. 22, Isabella Lamalfa. 25, Tori Alvarez. 34, Courtney Franks. 35, Luana Takatohiwi. Number 44, Daniela Kacic. 48, Jessica Taya. 59, Kira Angelotti. And number 72, Angelina Powell. For the Minchinbury Jets, number 1, Jennifer Samaeus. Number 4, Madison Moore. Number 5, Shaylee Bartle. Number 7, Chantel Travato. Number 9, Lauren Williams. Number 10, Chloe Jeffers. Number 12, Hannah Vouston. Number 14, Claudia Day. Number 15, Annabelle Tram. Number 16, Brianna Redmond. Number 18, Mackenzie Reeves. 19, Mally Coombs. 27, Shay Brown. And number 34, Gemma Ross. Now back-to-back match of the rounds for Holyrod Rangers. Having played that catch-up midweek game earlier last week at home against Quakers Hill Tigers. 1-0 defeat there to the visiting Quakers Hill Tigers. A very late penalty tucked away by Kira Lee Coote. Really put a nice buffer between Quakers and Holyrod. And that's 3 losses on the bounce for the defending champions of 2025. Started the season 4-0. And Marion killed that momentum. They got one back against Pons, but then Colts, Rams, and Tigers have all stripped 3 points off them. What a harrowing run of fixtures over the last month. Holyrod have had to take on each of the other top 6 sides. The Jets will get us kicked off. Running right to left. Quite unfortunate in their last match of the round against the Rouse Hill Rams. 3-0 loss out at Centenary Oval, but just sort of had the feeling that that scoreline didn't necessarily reflect the way that the Jets went about their business. Were very unlucky a number of times. Holyrod to get in behind early. Good run from Rebecca Horgan. Jets go exploring down the right-hand side. Just evades King. All swept in. Rangers do well to deal with it. It goes right back to Moore. Bartle tries to squeeze it through. Kecic. Bartle. Good win there. Pokes it inside. Jets just rifling the side netting. Jeff is there. Good start from the hosts. Franks gets it back underway. Holroyd looking to build up from the back. Powell. Horgan. Gardner clips one over the top. Ball will hold up for Horgan and she'll drive to the byline, but just run out of room. Ball won there by Holroyd in the middle. Gardner out wide. Finds a run of Bernard on that right-hand side. Delivery is cleared well. Jeffers able to get the better of Powell, but just couldn't find the run there. Redmond through the middle. Vouston helps it out to Brown. Got the last touch, so Powell hit the throw back for Holroyd. Vouston, strong run, early swing by Redmond there. Franks will just take the sting out of it. Kalako, good touch. Early ball from King, helps its way over to Horgan. Samaya's good read there from the Minchinbury goalkeeper. Just to immediately spring the attack. Bartle, good awareness. Over the top, sends Tran on a wild chase after the Holroyd backline, and the pressure pays dividends. Powell, heavy touch from Kalako, pounced on by Vouston. Just trying to work the angle, but good recovering pressure from Kalako to make sure that nothing came of it. Bartle out with more. Good intercept from Halim. Garner, King, Bernard, the pirouette. Perfectly weighted pass. Horgan in behind here. Samaya's brave. Come out and get there ahead of the Holroyd attacker. Lim gets past the challenge of Bartle there. King early strikes Samaya's. Added bobble, but recovered it well. Back with Franks. Read well there by Travato. Good start from Minchinbury. Holyrod certainly looking to test the back line, but Minchinbury are holding strong. Certainly, as we've seen with a plethora of other sides who have come into the WPL later than that inaugural season, the likes of Ponds and Quakers Hill Tigers. The first season's usually a lot of cutting your teeth and getting used to the speed and physicality of the game, but Minchinbury are probably one of the better sides in their freshman year. Bartle blocking off the delivery from Horgan, but at the cost of a corner. To the front post, Samaeus got a hand to it, and Powell will tuck it in. Perfect delivery by King. I'm not sure whether that will be credited to King or Powell, but nonetheless, Holyrod find their opener. So it will be credited a King goal. And crossed the line. After clipping in off the crossbar, great delivery. Minchinbury will have to be aware of that and perhaps stick a body at the front post next time around. Williams. Day pops it up. Powell. Kalako, good awareness. Holyrod looking to expand the field. It's going a little too far. Moore up the line looking for Redmond. Day. Bernard there. Ahead of Bartle. Bartle for Vouston. Williams takes it in her stride, but Holyrod get numbers behind the ball early. Oh, gap emerging through the middle. Travato lunges in late. Gardner brought down just shy of halfway. Jeffers, great hold-up play, but unfortunate not to find the run of Redmond. Bartle. Travato puts it back up. Bernard, the only one who wants a piece of it, and Horgan gets the rub of the green. Great recovery there from Madison Moore. Williams. Horgan. Vouston. Under pressure. Doesn't have a whole lot of option. Have to just hoof it forward. Bernard Horgan. Saw the early run of King. So did Samaeus. Bartle. Dispossessed by Halim. Gardner, back pass. All the way to Franks. Jeffers was interested for a moment there. Great weight on the pass as Powell makes the overlapping run. The recovering challenge from Williams, just as good. Early change for Minchinbury. I can see the number 27 of Shea Brown has left the field. Number 34 of Gemma Ross has come on. King with another in-swinger. Interested for a second. Samaeus with a bat away from danger. Now Tran. Just trying a bit of kick and chase, but Holroyd were set up defensively early. Williams. Vouston tries to find the run of Redmond. Taya. Make sure that comes to no avail. Williams. Bartle, give and go. Moore tries to go out wide, but pressure there from Kacic. Holroyd fullback. Number 15, Abel Tran has also come off for Minchinbury, and number 18, Mackenzie Reeves. Minchinbury just clearing their lines after that brief little exchange at the beginning of the match. Holyrod are starting to flex their muscle. King sizing up an early option and finds one in Horgan. Williams, though, able to bring it down and start the build-up for Minchinbury. Moore did well to fend off the challenge, but Holyrod were aware at the back there. Bartle looking to go again. Williams helps it back inside. Bartle on the turn. Day goes out wide for Moore. Bartle. And in the middle of all things good for Minchinbury. Gardner, bit of composure. What a move it might turn out to be as Powell has found space down this right-hand side. Travato with the block and Williams with the second effort. Horgan just teases the sideline there. Bartle steps in front and goes wide looking for Reeves. Holyrod immediately shut that down. Halim on the turn. Booston got a block. Bernard. Just ran into a Minchinbury sandwich there and Moore able to clear. Gardner gets the turn and opts to go square. Powell, ball inside is won initially by Williams. Williams going across goal. This could be dangerous. King just caught in possession. Ross has come off for Minchinbury with Mally Coombs on in that left midfield role. Horgan on the left. Just couldn't get the power on the shot. Gardner puts the head down and goes surging through midfield. Bartle went down the line looking for Reeves, but Kacic was well aware of that. King, early ball. Samaeus able to take hold of that one. Good win from Halim. Horgan. Numbers arriving in the box for Holroyd. Good block by Travato. Horgan eventually gets it away. And Day with a last-ditch effort there to see it away. Horgan is down after that last effort. Other fixtures for this afternoon: Castle Hill and Norwest, 7th playing 10th. Marion and Kellyville. A real 6-pointer as first takes on third. Marion currently with a 4-point lead over second place Quakers Hill Tigers. They extended that gap 2 weeks ago. They took on Quakers Hill at Blacktown Football Park. 2-1 winners for the table toppers. The Colts have been on quite the run, but late goal in the last match of the rounds against Ponds. It was a 90th minute free kick from Ellie Brush. A game which really could have gone either way. Thought a draw would have been a fair result at the time, but those little moments of quality from players like ex-Matilda Ellie Brush. What separates the wheat from the chaff. Anyway, back underway here, Holroyd. Just happy to keep this healthy spell of possession alive. Holroyd have made a change in midfield. Number 7, Elika Halim off. No, in fact, no, she's still on. My apologies. Bartle gets on the end of the bounce. Kacic. Body check there by Reeves. King there in support, though, for Holroyd. Bartle going to beat 2 and 3 defenders at once anytime she finds herself on the ball. Really needs some support from the likes of Vouston. It's a great dummy from Horgan there, and Williams able to scrape it off the deck. Vouston does well to shrug off Bernard's challenge. And Moore has come off for Minchinbury. Ross back on at right fullback. Redmond winning the foul there. A good position for Minchinbury. Haven't had too much up this end of the field. And the test Franks. He was able to see it all the way. Looked like it was just wide of the mark anyway. Franks would go long. Bartle tried to get there first but misread the bounce. Horgan to pin the ears back has Ross. In her way though, who does brilliantly to put her off and get the clearance. Houston cops one. It's all good to continue though. Powell. Horgan. Probably the best results in that little tight window of space. Movement from Halim. Again, just that great deal of composure from Gardner to not force things forward immediately, to turn back and play a bit more expansive. Kacic to get round the corner. Ross winning a couple of her duos. Williams. Long ball cut out by Travaso. Gardner looked to get there first, but the Minchinbury centre half continues the run. Looks to have a pop herself. That's into the lap of Franks. Firing left, looking for King, who takes it in her stride and now looks to play Horgan in behind. Good first touch to set herself on goal. So Mayers stands tall and denies her. King with another in-swinger, looking to test out Samaeus, who does well there. Deflection through the sea of bodies. And from another corner, Holyrod find their second. Becca Hawkins certainly deserved a goal for the first half that she's having. Seems a little ginger still on that ankle, but didn't look it when she struck it through the crowd. Turning it on immediately to win it back. Another deflection from Travato. King again to the front post, Samaeus. Gardner from the edge of the area. All right, well, they've found their recipe for danger, these in-swinging corners from King. Certainly just see that golf, as I mentioned before, a team in their freshman year and the defending champions, but also certainly a number of Jets unavailable this afternoon. Bernard looked to open up. Good block by Day. Win there from Jeffers. The Jets turn it back over. Gardner. Being hounded by Redmond. He went looking for options and eventually finds the safe bet in Taya. Tries to squeeze that long ball, but thought it didn't have the legs. It will. Bernard, good save from Samaeus. Travato. Touched by Kacic. Madison Moore back on it, right fullback for Minchinbury. Holyrod yet to make a change. Danny Risk happy with what he's seeing. Minchinbury, it looks to be more a case of fresh legs than tactical changes. Jeffers did really well there to force that back into Minchinbury's hands. Now can they do something down this right-hand side? Redmond gets a ball in, but no one there to answer. Tran back on for Minchinbury as well. King just strips it away. Bartle got a challenge in there late and has gotten away with it. Travato Up to Redmond, that's a good first touch. Gardner will just go back to Franks. It's a bit of a miss-hit. Ross came barreling onto it. Getting there first, but just put it behind for a Holyrod goal kick. Starting to show a few glimpses down this right-hand side. Minchinbury are. As I mentioned, missing quite a few players. Rodriguez, Nido, Mahudio, Hanu Vuston, Sister Alexandria, to name just a few. Vuston, good little touch around the corner. Jeff is off balance. These sorts of scenarios will only get better over time. Bernard. Perfectly weighted ball. Horgan has got the better of Williams. One-on-one with Samaeus. And slots it behind for her second. And makes it 3-0 to the visitors. Just in open space. One of the most potent forwards in this competition. Particularly in open space. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's done it time and time again. So instrumental last year in that championship winning season. Travado looking to combine with Jeffers. Ross just swings one in. Tran falls to Jeffers, who are on the left. Forced Franks into action. Williams just pops it back up into the middle. Garner, the first one there. Kalako. King, offside raised. Moore. One there by Halim. Bartle tries to keep it alive for Minchinbury. Overlap from Powell. Tries to get that square ball in, but Ross took the venom off the pass. Wooston being swarmed. Got to get it back out wide. Good little lob for Redmond down the left-hand side, but come to North. Holyrod were just too many bodies in the way. Tran. Wooston. Goes wide again to Tran. Kachich will get there first and force the throw. Lamalfa, Kachich. Now Halim. Eventually do well to force the turnover. Gardner. Lamalfa for King. Not too much long left as we trickle through stoppage time. A few positives for Minchinbury to still take out of this half despite the scoreline. Always a great deal of learning from games like this as Horgan finds herself in behind again. Samaeus with a good catch. Horgan will have another go to finish off this half. Samaeus, good positioning there in the recovery. Looks to go early. Redmond. Gardner drops it off for Taya. Horgan. Just hoping for the run of Powell to continue. She'll still have enough room to get there and drive to the byline. Inviting ball for Bernard. And just evades the grasp of Samaeus. A well-worked goal from Holyrod down this right-hand channel yet again. Adds a fourth just shy of the half-time whistle. Travado goes long. Bernard back pass. Nilly had Jeff as interested. King. Day had to be alert there and was to beat Horgan in the chase. And that will draw close to the half. To go into the sheds. Holyrod Rangers 4-0 over the host Minchinbury Jets. Be back very shortly for the second half here in the Round 10 Women's Premier League match of the round. We are back for the second half. Holyrod getting us kicked off. Immediately looking to venture forwards. Horgan, the brace in that first half. If you want to credit that pinballing effort she had. She's had a couple of other opportunities to make it 3 or 4. Malfa over to Taya. Temperature really dropping off during that break as the clouds start to emerge. Travado trying to find Wooston. Horgan doing the gritty work and dropping back in defence. Which has really been a hallmark of any championship winning sides. Defending and attacking as one. Seen it in years gone past with Kellyville as well. During their dominant reign. Young having glimpses of that too this season. Kalako out wide again for Halim. Daniela Kacic has come off as well. Fullback for Holyrod. It's Luana Takatahiwi who has replaced her for this second half. Tori Alvarez as well on at left wing, replacing Dion King. So it will be Sarah Bernard who will be on the corner taking duties. In swinger for Holyrod, Samaeus will be eternally grateful for. King absolutely wreaking havoc in that first half with that left peg. The front post, Williams sends it back. Bernard will go, searching to the back post. Samaeus got a fist to it. Horgan opening up. Takatahiwi smothered by Bartel. More. Takatahiwi. Travato eventually able to see it clear. Powell brings it down. These dark clouds drifting across. A rate of knots currently at the moment, hopefully quick enough to blow past Minchinbury. More jammed by Alvarez. Floats a delivery in, but Samaeus rushes out. Certainly one of her strongest characteristics, Samaeus. Brave to come out and very quick to react as well, which, when there is an attacker in on goal, makes it a lot harder. Learning curve for these young Minchinbury Jets, particularly up front, as Bernard gets a brilliant pirouette and rifled by Horgan. Couldn't get the placement right.
Oh my God.
Travato. Tran gets ahead of Takatahiwi. Ball inside for Bartle, who was trying to get that long ball on for Jeffers. Great challenge from Vouston, but Halim nifty enough to get that foot in front. Day lets it bounce. Just pokes it out. An awkward landing there. Didn't want to give Alvarez free real estate down that left-hand side. It's already thin on numbers as it is. Really not what Minchinbury are looking for at the moment. Have another regular starter missing action. Ropes crossing in Ponds, one of the other fixtures this afternoon. And arguably, you could say Marion and Kellyville as match of the round, but really this would be my pick. Quakers Hill taking on Rouseville Rams for a later kickoff at 6:45. Out at Centenary Park. Just the last month or so, Rouseville have really turned it up a notch. Went unbeaten through the month of May. Defeated both sides on your screen currently. 3-0 over Minchinbury in there. In Minchinbury's last match of the round, and 3-4 winners over Holyrod. They were down 3-0 to the defending champions, and then caught one back just before half-time. With 5 minutes left, you thought Holyrod still taking away the result. 2 late goals. Turned a 3-0 deficit into a 4-3 win. Quakers Hill Tigers, even after losing their centre half for the season, Erica Ukonen, with what we believed at the time was an ACL, unfortunately being her second. Seems to be out for the rest of the season as Horgan drifts in behind on the blind side and puts it behind for her hat-trick. Rangers really starting to pick apart the Jets, who stuck well with them for quite some time, but it's quite a physically demanding, and not only that, just having to be aware and switched on to the movement that Holyrod display across that front three. You can see how Horgan now is starting to catch them asleep. Wooston in behind. Can they pull one back here? Not quite, but great movement off the kickoff. Bartle misreads. In fact, everyone else does, but Horgan. Good recovery from Day and Moore. Certainly speaks to the quality in this competition, particularly the difference between this year and last. Really, for the first couple of years that this competition has been running, there's been the top four and then there's been the rest, but now with a top six in question. Castle Hill in seventh, not too far behind Rouse Hill either. And quite funny too, Rouse Hill only have 4 wins, but they've all come out of the last 5 games. It took them till round 5 to pick up their first victory. Finally unlocking the likes of Lindsay Wise and Alyssa Timms through the middle. A bit more quality through midfield than what we have seen in previous years. So Kalim, number 7, off for Holyrod, and on number 59, Kira Angelotti. Touch from Jeffers around the corner. Tao lunging there. Franks is able to take it in her grasp. Long ball, Horgan's interested. Williams will get there first. Gets it upfield to Brown. Unlucky not to find Jeffers. Bartle still putting in a shift here. Tran, ball inside. Just evades Redmond's touch. Bartle upended. Moore popping it up. Wooston got a touch, but going in the wrong direction. Bartle. Moore fires up the line. Angelotti. Bernard got a touch away and then just collected late by Moore. Bernard rifles one and Gets it well wide of the target. Houston gets it wide for Williams. Travato does well to take it away from Horgan. Minchinbury, I'd like to just see, with time, I'm sure Redmond and Jeffers will get there, but a bit more hold-up play there, trying to sort of squeeze this long ball. And, I mean, of course, Minchinbury aren't the finished product just yet, but a lot of half opportunities gone begging. You can certainly see the difference with the likes of Horgan, Holyrod liking that long ball too, but their timing and their setup means that the end result is a lot more productive. But as I mentioned, the success that Minchinbury have had in comparison to a lot of other sides that have come into this competition later on, second to none really. Quakers Hill Tigers obviously now in the hunt for the premiership this year, but their first couple of seasons really struggled to get a foothold. Even Ponds. If they can keep that core of young and talented players in this Minchinbury side and add on a few more, who knows, perhaps even with a few of their youth coming through. So they're being called into action this afternoon. Bartle, good block. Nard will turn it straight back over. Travato. Tran. Good smother from Moore. Day looks to go on a little run here. Drops it off to Williams. Jeffers got checked by LaMalfa, and Teo was able to see it out. Tran, that's a good throw. Looking for the run of Jeffers, and Taka Tahiwi did well to recover as we stop play to check on Moore. Not quite sure what happened, but had to come off a few moments before with an ankle issue. Redmond with a swing, and Franks will bring that down with ease. Ross back on out at right full back for Minchinbury. As we cross over the three-quarter mark in this fixture, Bartle sizing up her options. Looks for Redmond on the edge of the area. Brown. Bartle did well to get a piece of it, but couldn't do much else. Tran. Square for Vouston. That's brilliant hunger from Horgan. To steal it away from Williams. Travato getting in the way. Williams will just cough up the throw in. So this is officially the beginning of the end. Round 10 being the repeat of the round 1 fixtures. It will be Minchinbury heading out to Norwest next weekend. Round 2 here, where Minchinbury picked up their first victory. Their first match of the round in the Women's Premier League. Holroyd, they'll be taking on Ropes Crossing. And then Castle Hill back-to-back home games. They look to hopefully string together a strong month of June. After the one win in May. That run home for Holroyd, quite tough. They've taken on the bottom 4, including Minchinbury today, over the next 4 weeks. They'll play 8th, 9th, 7th, and then 10th. And then it goes playing 1st, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 5th. So quite the strenuous end to the year for Holroyd, but if they can get through that without any injuries or suspensions, they've also really is mentally ready for finals as you can be, taking on any of their possible opponents. Of course, they currently sit outside that top 4 anyway. But you don't want to be getting into the tail end of the season and needing other teams to drop points or other teams to do you a favour if all of those teams are in your own hands to take points off. Best case scenario for Holroyd. Handball is called. Bernard will line up from about 35 out. Horgan interested as well, but shoot away by Bernard. Will look to take it herself here. Rattling the crossbar. It was a lot closer than we thought. Right on line with Samaeus, but a little scare momentarily for Minchinbury. Jeffers gets around Lamalfa. Drives to the byline. Cuts in. Delivery just over the head of Redmond. Good block there. Reeves back on the field for Minchinbury. A few drops of rain falling on us here at the moment. Hopefully that's all there will be. Quite a strong northerly breeze as well. Horgan pinning the ears back and getting there ahead of Vouston. Samaeus with another defiant stop. Takatahiwi got to it. Great body there by Ross to get there in the way and force the turnover. Horgan get a second bite at it. Finds the run of Bernard. Gives and goes. Taya, Colico, flag has stayed down. Samaeus takes ownership there. Bartle. Just getting clipped there on the way through. Colico. Samaeus. The half-baked clearance, and Colico will just happily see that for a throw-in. Gardner. Backward, Takatahiwi. Travato through the middle. Jeffers will get on the end of it. Blocked by Taya. Bernard. Tran. Takatahiwi just out over the side. Good win there from Day. Bernard was caught napping and showed a little too much of it. Good work in recovery there from Bernard to force a wayward pass.
Horgan. Dropping it off to Gardner, who will look to rifle it back up the line to her winger. Gardner going again. Angelotti. Horgan in behind yet again. Samaeus with a great stop. Colico on the follow-up. Just over the bar. Just under a quarter of an hour left. Holyrod have really feel like you've stuck it in neutral the last 10 minutes or so and sort of let Minchinbury try and bring the game to them a little bit. The raindrops now start to come thick and fast. Colico makes her way to the bench. Strong stint through the middle of the park. And she is replaced by number 15, Amelia Meisel. Horgan tries one from a very acute angle. Lost the first touch. Went a little too heavy. Tran. Bartel. Really well there to keep possession. Bartel. Wooston pinballing through the middle. It'll drop to Meisel. Perfect weight on the pass from the substitute. Powell comes surging down the right-hand side. Horgan gets a touch inside onto the left. Bartel. That's brilliantly done by the Minchinbury skipper. Redmond, blocked by Lamalfa. Ross. Bartel. Forces it into the path of Wooston. Just can't connect there with Jeffers. Horgan. Wanted that space down the right-hand side, but Williams shut that down immediately, read the danger. Taya sees it clear. Another throw in for Powell. Morgan surging down that right-hand side again. Samaeus ahead there first and able to see it clear. You can just see with a bit more experience and time in this competition, I can see Samaeus with some unearthed talent. Touch from Redmond. Goes a little wayward. Takatahiwi with the throw in for Holroyd. Good pressure there from Jeffers. Tran and Bartle combined in the middle. Gardner finding safety in Franks back in goal. Bit of a quiet afternoon. Ancelotti able to get it off. Work rate of Bartle has just been superb this afternoon. Things unfortunately just hasn't gone her way. Having to do a lot of the grunt work. Just hasn't had that support on the ball either. Well, that's also credit to how fast and how aggressive Holroyd are off the ball to force those turnovers. Jeffers gets it around the corner for Vouston. Still half a chance, Vouston. And it'll stay in. Tran ahead there of Takatahiwi. Bartle. Square for Jeffers. Back to goal. Travato rifled it into Gardner. Brown. Travato. Vouston looking to get a delivery in, but it's blocked. Bernard will come off now. King will come back onto the field and go to left wing. Shifting Alvarez to that number 9 role for the final few minutes of this fixture. Another 3.5 to go. Swung into the front post. Travato couldn't get a piece of it. Ross gets the up and under. Tran nearly loses her footing. Ross, ball in. Redmond can't get a hold of it. for a Minchinbury throw. Looking for Redmond, but Gardner's there first. Great tracking from Bartle. Vouston. Taka to Huey. Pops it up. Day hasn't dealt with it. And Horgan might be able to cap off. Terrific performance this afternoon. Not on this occasion. Samaya saw it all the way. Great steal from Redmond. Tren was perhaps the better option there. Howlers look to run out of room. Minchinbury, as I mentioned before, out at Francesco Reserve to take on Norwest next week. And it will be a home match for the Holyrod Rangers taking on Ropes Crossing. Day. Bartle on the turn. Square for Vouston. That's brilliantly done to get away from traffic. Goes looking for Brown down that left-hand side. He got there first, but Powell did immensely to put the pressure on the winger. Bartle out to Vouston. Travado pops it in the middle. King will get there first. Go for a little run, trying to find Horgan. Gardner again will just play it safe as Holroyd will see out this match of the round and take the 3 points back to the Granville Association. Whistle goes to the referee's mouth. Now it's time for one last attack. King's ball goes inside for Samaeus. Perhaps a little preemptively. Vouston now looking to get a ball out wide for Tran. Lamalfa going back home. And with it, the 3 points for the Holroyd Rangers. Dominant first half display. Sealing the result. Minchinbury with a few glimpses of class, but not enough to trouble the defending champs. Finishes full-time. Minchinbury Jets 0, Holyrod Rangers 5. I've been Bo Clements. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Be sure to tune in next week for round 11 in the 2026 Women's Premier League.